Okay, Warren, looking back at Newcastle, obviously disappointing result, but there must have been some aspects that pleased you, others that maybe you think we can improve.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives. I mean, you're going head to head with, the biggest side in the division. The budget, the wage bill, enormous. Some top quality players. I thought we give as good as we got really, and more than give them a match the second half and deserve something out of the game.
In terms of recovery, there's only 3 days obviously between that one and this one. How do you cope in that situation? Does it put a lot of stress and pressures on the squad?
Yeah, it does. It puts stress and strains. It gives other people opportunities, and obviously, back-to-back games with Villa game and Newcastle take a lot out of the players, because I thought they put a tremendous amount of effort in both the games. So dust ourselves down, get ready today, and be ready for the game again tomorrow.
So after all these string of top clubs you mentioned, then obviously Ipswich now are a club closer to us in the table. It's a completely different sort of challenge. What sort of threat do they pose, do you think? Yeah,
they're close to us in the table, but I still regard Ipswich as an established Championship club. They've got a proven manager with an international record that's kept a settled side for a number of years now. So when they're going to play, they know that they're strong in the division. We can't look at this as an easy game, because they've got a certain way of playing and they do it really well. Different problems tactically than some of the other games. We've got to set out exactly the same as we've in all the games to solve the problem and give them a problem and try and score some goals.
Obviously Mick McCarthy's a manager who's kind of seen it and done it all, hasn't he, at this level, so you know that he's, whatever situation you come across, he'll have been in it, so that's another challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine actually. As of all the managers you've come up against really in the last few weeks, they're all friends, so it's another one. You've seen a familiar face and you want to go and then try and stop his side and beat his team.
Now, scoring goals has been a problem, you've admitted that yourself. What a wonderful way it would be to stop that drought on Saturday and get a win.
Yeah, obviously we've got to score to win. There's two sides to the game. You've got it's an obvious statement really, you've got to stop the opposition and give them problems. I think on one side of it, against top class teams, we've looked like with a method of play of stopping teams carving us up and creating loads of chances. I still think we've created opportunities to score, even some opportunities that haven't ended up with a shot at goal. We've been in good positions with good play, sometimes not got the shot off, or the final pass leading to the shot's been poor, but certainly tonight we had good opportunities to score and didn't capitalise on the chances we created.
Now, a few lads came off on Wednesday early. What can you tell us injury-wise in the build-up to this one? Yeah,
obviously it's a quick turnaround. We'll have to assess tomorrow morning. The boys came off and just see how they are tomorrow morning, really.
Any news on Reece Burke that you can update the fans with?
He's back down at West Ham, so they're looking at his rehab at the minute, and we're in their hands really, with him being a young player and their player.
Finally, the atmosphere on Wednesday night was fantastic, wasn't it? And it's another big game on Saturday. The fans have got a really big role to play, haven't they?
Yeah, every game's a big game. I think the fans have been fantastic since I've been here, in spite of not seeing home victories. I think the away games as well, fantastic support. It doesn't half help the players. We're desperate to give them something to shout about. They've been very supportive. We continue to need the support. We're all in it together and hoping for the same things. And I know the other night they probably won their battle with Newcastle. We didn't quite win ours. And
so it'll be a nice Christmas present for them, wouldn't it? 3 points, early Christmas present.
Yeah, we want to do that. You want to give them something to shout about as well. They have been good with the players. It lifts players when maybe the confidence isn't at an all-time high, even though I don't think we're massively suffering with that. I think they're having a go, the players, but obviously they'd be more at ease if we can get a goal up instead of chasing games from 1 goal down.